A former prime minister in St. Vincent tells his party it's time to stop fighting election results. And in sport, a director of Windies Cricket warns there will be no quick fixes for transforming the regional squad into a world-class side. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Wednesday, March 1. I'll be back with the details right after the break.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
We begin in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where a former prime minister who led the New Democratic Party, the NDP, for 25 years is calling on that party to end its legal challenge of the 2015 election results. The NDP lost the polls by 1 seat, and Sir James Mitchell says he and the party are not in agreement on its insistence on trying to get the results changed. He's adamant that elections are won at the polls, not in the courts. The NDP is challenging the results in Central Leeward and North Windward, and the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court of Appeal is expected to sit in St. Lucia next Tuesday to hear the appeal of the decision of the High Court to throw out the election petitions as improperly filed. Sir James led the NDP shortly after its founding in 1975 until 5 months before elections in March 2001, which the party lost to the United Labour Party 7 seats to 8. Now, speaking on local radio, Sir James said it was a long time for the NDP to concede defeat. Guyana's main opposition People's Progressive Party, the PPP, is promising that if it wins the next general election, it will reverse all the taxes that the current government has introduced. Opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo made the promise as he accused the David Granger administration of bringing hardship on the people of Guyana. He says the PPP is committed to removing that burden.
I can speak with great certainty because, under the leadership of the party, we have debated these matters and we have concluded that they will be reversed.
Opposition leader and General Secretary of the PPPC, Barrett Jagdeo, speaking at a press conference on Monday at the party's headquarters, Jagdeo asserted that it is the position and fundamental belief of the party.
Because these policies, and I'm talking about the tax policies, basically, and there are a few others outside, you assume that we don't discuss this at the level of the party. That's the party's position.
He stated too that the presidential candidate will be so instructed to act upon the orders of the party.
And therefore, if the party will give strong directives to the presidential candidate, whoever that candidate is. The candidate must, when they present themselves, the hopefuls, they would have to commit to that action or those actions so they can secure the support of the Central Committee.
That report from Sean Emberak of HGP-TV Nightly News. Jamaica's Department of Correctional Services has been given 48 hours to prepare a report outlining all the issues facing the system, including allegations of unauthorized recordings by inmates. Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security, Pernell Charles Jr., issued the order yesterday following the announcement of several measures aimed at increasing security at penal facilities. This was in reaction to widespread reports that some inmates, including popular dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, who is serving a life sentence for murder, were recording music in prison without authorization. Opposition spokesman Culture and Youth Lisa Hanna was last week the subject of death threats after she suggested that Kartel and other artists who are imprisoned should not have their music played on radio while they are behind bars. But Charles told local radio station RJR that his request is to address the wider issue of breaches of rules, not specifically the Vybz Kartel issue.
Is way beyond any one person. It is just a general deficiency. And so I've asked for a report in relation to the general deficiency, and it arises from the meeting I had yesterday, which included the commissioner, the deputy commissioners, it included DCP Blake from the JCS, the person in charge of search, the director of security, the head superintendents for the institutions that are relevant to these issues. And I've asked everybody to bring to me the solutions, the recommendations, the challenges within 48 hours.
Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
Spring Garden Moravian Church was first constructed in 1851 on the ruins of an old sugar factory. It served as a sanctuary, school, and a community center, and it survived the wrath of Hurricane Flora in September 1963, the year this present structure behind me was constructed. The old church is still operational as it's used as a remedial learning center and a meeting place.
I think it's important for people to understand that it hurts you when you're attacked. That it hurts you when you're...
That bothered me at all.
Come on.
No, it doesn't.
Really? Sometimes, but when people are vicious.
No.
Doesn't bother you?
You know, and
Okay,
I'll tell you why.
Why? How do you...
And I'll tell you what. I've learned from being in that laboratory every night of Sirius Radio is that people just don't know you.
Director of Cricket Jimmy Adams believes initial signs pointing to Australian Stuart Law enjoying a successful tenure as West Indies head coach, but he believes there will be no quick fixes for transforming West Indies into a world-class side. The 49-year-old Jamaican said although he was yet to communicate extensively with Law, the former Bangladesh coach was already making the right overtures with the team, which would be critical for the future. Both Adams and Law were recent high-level appointments, with Adams taking up his role in mid-January and Law starting his tenure just under 2 weeks ago. The two are expected to work closely together in reviving the fortunes of the struggling international men's side, and Adams said they would bring an existing relationship to the new challenge. The West Indies currently languish at number 8 in the Test rankings, 23 rating points behind 7th placed Sri Lanka. In their last 18 tests inside the last 2 years, West Indies have won just twice. Marlon Samuels failed again, while Captain Darren Sammy was left stranded at the other end as Pershwa Zalami suffered a last over heartbreak in a one-run loss to Quetta Gladiators in the first semi-final of the Pakistan Super League in Sharjah yesterday. Set an imposing 201 for victory at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, Zalmi pulled themselves off the ropes at 3 runs for 2 wickets in the second over to be within touching distance of victory at 194 for 6 heading into the final over. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.